So this is the explanation for the first foundation. It's a very easy move to do. There's also a second foundation. It's a bit harder, so let's just focus on this for now. Okay, so to do this cut, you're going to start off by having all the cards in your main hand, so your bottom hand, and you're going to break off about a fourth of the deck and slide it into this position. Now it's important that it's not too few cards on the bottom packet, because you want to apply pressure later, and that's just easier if there's more cards there. The next part is also very simple. You're going to come up with your thumb and your middle finger, and you're going to grab the deck, this top packet, on the long sides. You're now going to break off into a C grip. Don't extend the C grip, just break it off like that. So while you're doing these two things, break off, slide up, you're also going to be applying some pressure the second the index finger comes to this position, to this bottom packet, so the 10 of spades packet. By applying pressure, it's going to allow you to simply riffle off some cards. And when we come to the next part in a bit, these cards are going to be what allows us to do the sliding motion. The next part is very, very simple. It just kind of happens. It's very intuitive, and that's the whole idea of this tutorial packet. A lot of these cuts just kind of happens on their own. So you are in this position, you have jammed your thumb in here, so you have some cards ready to slide. You're now going to extend the top two packets by sliding this one down, thanks to your kind of gripping it like that. And you're going to extend these two fingers like this. So I'm just going to show this from another angle. So you're in this position, and these two fingers extend. Now you're ready to do the rest of the cut. So you extend these two fingers and you slide down the top packet like so. All this happens kind of at the same time. Extend as much as possible to get the flourish to be as big as you possibly can. Now you're just going to let these cards slide down. And when you do it, when you tilt your hand, it's just going to do it naturally. It's going to fall down. You don't really have to worry about anything. It just kind of happens. To add a bit more to it, I do actually slide this packet up a bit, so like a double extension. But this is just going to come naturally. Don't worry about it too much. And for the closer, this packet has slided down. You're now going to reload this top packet grabbed by your thumb and your index finger from the bottom here. It's still pushing up against this one. Just going to let slide down to the middle packet like this. And you're now going to slide these two packets at the same time, each direction, letting you fold it on top of itself. Do the sliding motion like that. You're now going to lock this in, take these up like this, and fold it down. That concludes the tutorial for the first foundation. The next cut you're going to learn is called baby steps. And from the exposed angle, it looks something like this. And now you're ready to perform it one more time, just like that. And please ignore the cat, because it definitely just startled me a tiny bit. So let's learn this cut. I'm gonna divide this explanation into two parts. The first part is kind of like the easy part, and then it's a bit knacky part. But the knacky part just requires you to trust the gravity, because you are just like the first foundation, not really going to do anything. The cards are just going to fall on their own. So you're going to start off by this straddle grip, and you're going to break off into a C grip like this. And then you're going to break the top packet as well, and regrip the top packet with your middle finger. Now you can do this however you like. If you want to extend it from the beginning, break off this packet with your middle finger, it's up to you. I just personally like this regrip. It just works for me. So go like this, regrip it. Now you're going to have this left thumb of yours contact these cards back and slide out the middle packet. As this is happening, you're going to execute a scissor cut with your pinky, index and thumb on the bottom hand, So this packet is going to be on top of this packet right here. So this is kind of the opener to the cut. Very simple, you've seen this before probably. Extend out like this. Now by using your middle finger and your ring finger, you're going to close this packet on top of this bottom packet. So this is the second part of the explanation. You are now in this position. You have a big packet in the middle resting on your middle finger, your right middle finger. So you can start by ignoring this packet. I'm going to explain it to you, its movements later. But first we're going to learn to switch our hands to this position, allowing your index finger, to slide down the big packet like this. And now you're ready to look at what happens with this hand. Yay, how fun. No. So in this position, this is going to slide down and your left thumb is going to follow. Now, this is where you just have to trust gravity. This packet is going to fall down on its own. It's magic, I know. And to close the cut, this bottom packet, you're going to flip your hands forward like this, and this middle packet is just going to fall down on its own, gravity again, and you're going to close the bottom packet on top. Flipping it over, you are now ready to complete the cut one more time. Oh my god, no way. And it's super satisfying to do. Now, if you don't want to repeat the motion, you're going to start off by breaking off some cards like this, so they're facing each way, and you're ready to do this motion again. And really just trust that the motion works. This is really easy. When you get to here, just drop the packet. It's going to do it on its own. It's going to fall down on its own. You're going to close it by just switching the position of your hand. And that is the tutorial for baby steps. So this is the last cut. It's called Reworm, and it's based on the worm, the VAM, by Dan and Dave. And it looks like that. So there's so many ways to the VAM. There's so many different closers, variations on it, and I think I found out a new way to do it. So I'm happy to share this with you guys. It's a very simple motion, but it's also the hardest of the 3 cuts, believe it or not. So it is based on reloading the extended card here, and it's going to be reloaded onto this packet, and then you're going to repeat the motion. And for the closer, it's going to come down like that. Very easy, very simple. No need to overthink this. At least that is what I thought when I created it. So to start this out, you're going to be going into the first part of the worm, which is this right here. So if you don't know the worm, please go learn it. I don't want to explain it. It's going to take too long. The next part is that you're going to grab this thumb here on this packet. And some very Edgar moves. And this is just going to twirl around like this, grabbing this bottom card with your pinky, rolling it until you get to this position, slide it up with your middle finger and your ring finger to once again extend out and roll around. You do it again and again until you have the desire to close it. So let's look at it from this back view. So this cut kind of works like a surprise because you can't really see the thumb behind here. So the fact that it's going to spin around like this is it's a nice little way to fool some cardists. And the motion in itself is intuitive as hell, super duper easy to do. The square off part is a bit hard. It just you have to know that you can't spin it all the way. You have to, when you come to this part right here, you're going to square it up. And this looks ugly from this position, but it's covered by this right hand, so the people watching the cut can't see you doing it. Classic kind of sleight of hand. So this 7 of clubs packet is going to be grabbed by the thumb and your pinky, and it's going to slide around, square it up like so, and then extend again. And the closer for this, when you come around like that, you're going to propel this index finger outwards as you bring this back, and then you're going to slide this packet on top and it's done. So let's talk about how we make this look good, because this is very easy to do. It's hard to get to look clean. So the first part is when you re-extend this card here. You don't want this bottom packet to like come out of nowhere and grab it. You kind of want it to come out and downwards, so it goes zoo with sound effects, please. Otherwise, it's not fun. So it kind of comes down and grab it. And for the squaring up of the single card, try to keep it as flush with this top packet as possible. You don't want it to slide upwards like this, so you have to press it down. This is a very 2D cut. It has to be performed like this is a surface that you are spinning around. And the more you get it to go outwards, the harder it's going to be to square up. So try to keep everything as close together as you possibly can. And if you do this, the rest should follow pretty easily. When you come to the closer, extend out and close like that.